I'm just gonna go ahead in there, set up for a few coyotes. We'll see what's going on. So I'm just walking in right now, hauling all my bait into this coyote spot here. So I'm just walking in. I have a nice little spot here to throw some bait in. So I left 13 coyotes in here about a month ago. So we'll see what we got when I get back in there. They've been all eaten up or what? But lots of tracks running around in here. So, but these are all deer tracks. A few coyote tracks though. But we'll see. So, I'm just walking in here. Oh. Well, something's been here. Eating on this coyote. Oh, looks like more coyotes. So we're gonna dump some bait out here and run a whole set of snares through here. So I'll get set up and then take a video. So I just got to my coyote dump station here. And it looks like coyotes have been here eating on the other coyotes. So the only thing I've dumped here is coyotes, and they actually come in and eat them, which is weird because at my other sites, if I dump a coyote there, I don't get any coyotes coming in there. They actually avoid it. But over here on this section, they've been eating these coyotes. So we'll see what we got going on here. I'm gonna dump a bunch more right now. And then, yeah. I'm trying out this new DJI OM5 gimbal right now, but the active track is tracking my face. So for some reason it only tracks for a few seconds though, but there we go. Lord. This one, oh, that's all deer meat. I'll save that. Save that for a different spot. So this here is where I'm going to be trapping. This fucking active track shit doesn't work very good on this thing. So I'm at my coyote dump station where I dump all my coyote bodies off after I've skinned them. And I actually have coyotes coming in here eating on the old ones, so I think I'm gonna throw up some snares on here, probably all the way around. But yeah, here's my little dump station right here. I got 2 coyotes here. There was 13 here, but looks like they've been picked clean, so it has been really cold, like -40, so I guess they'll eat anything. So I've got my bait laid out there. A couple of coyotes. Just gonna run back to the Jeep here, grab a few snares, throw them up, throw up some flagging, and head off to the next one. I won't bore you with setting up all the snares because that takes a little bit, but see you at the next one. So I'm just walking in right now because I haven't been here in about a month and a half, and normally I usually drive into most of my spots, but since I haven't been here, there's about 1.5 feet of snow, so, and the snow plows have plowed all my main entrances to get in, so I can't even get over them with the Jeep, so I'm not gonna try. So today I'm gonna be doing a lot of walking through deep snow, so yeah. So I'm just gonna set up a snare here because coyotes are coming through here, going straight to the bait. So let's see what we got here. there's one set now. So there's one set right there. Just set it up. Now I'm gonna head over to my my other bait stations, see what's happening over there. But I did a walk around through all here, and there's a few carcasses of the coyotes that the coyotes have been eating, just laying around in here. So I just laced it with snares. So we'll see what we got when we come back. All right, we're back in the Jeep. Just gonna head over to another spot that I had a little box set that I built with a 330 on it, and I had there's a bunch of badger holes there, but it looks like a fox is using the den, so we'll see. I'm gonna try and bait that box and see if I get anything in that, but I'll show you the setup when I get there. So right now I'm just pulling up to my little box set that I got, set for, kind of made it for badgers on this other property that I was trapping, but moved it out here to try it out because along this bank here there's probably 5 or 10 badger dens or holes, and a whole bunch back on the back side of this field over here. But I don't have permission over there, so I have permission over here. So I got a box set right there that looks like something's been coming to check it out, but hasn't gone in it. So I'm gonna go and dig it out and see what's going on there. So I just got to where I have my little badger box set. I'm gonna go, it's right there. So, right there, over there. So I'm gonna go dig it out right now. Looks like something's been coming there, checking it out anyways. Probably a coyote, but we'll see. Shit. So I'm gonna reset this. There was definitely a coyote here checking it out. So I'm gonna put some lure and a little bit of a rib cage in there, reset it. Maybe we'll get something. We'll see. Show you it after. So, got a little bit of bait here. Gonna go throw it in the box. See what comes by to check it out. Woo. That's it for that. There. So, just finished putting some bait in that box. So, and it does look like there's some fresh tracks over there. There's a coyote that came and checked out this box, but he won't stick his head in there because I've never seen a coyote stick a head in the box set before. So, maybe, you never know. Let's see. So I'm just leaving my second little set there that I did. I set up a little box 330 that I kind of want to try and catch this badger in that's across in another field. Hopefully that'll lure him in, but we'll see. We just have coyotes coming to check it out all the time, but they never go in it anyways. But you never know. Try something new. But right now I'm just on my way over to go check out my two other bait stations, and then probably gonna set up a third today. And I'm just gonna set out every snare I got because it's the end of the season here and I want to hammer them as much as I can. So yeah, we'll see.
What do you think we're here for? Variety, it rocks. 95.7 Cruise FM.
So right now I got two of my smaller bait stations set up. I got one little box set. I got my coyote station set. And now I'm going over to another section where there's a chicken coop where Buddy has foxes and coyotes bothering him. So I'm gonna go in there, throw a little bait in there, set up some snares and see what we get out of there. And then I'm gonna go back to my original bait where I have a whitetail buck and half a horse in there. And they got buried by the snow last time I was out here, so I don't know if they're still there or not. I'm gonna go try and dig them out so the birds can see them and start pecking at them again, calling the coyotes. But right now I'm just about pulling up to my other bait station, so I'll get that all set up and then I'll give a little tour. So I'm pulling up to my other bait station here, and there's absolutely no way I'm gonna be able to get in there with my Jeep. So it's way down at that corner down there. So, and there's like 2 feet of snow in the field. My beaten path from my truck is gone, so looks like I'm gonna be walking it. I'm gonna try and go to the other side of the field and walk in from that end. That sucks. So I just got to my second bait site here. Trapping out of the Jeep is a little bit of a pain in the ass, but I don't have my truck right now, so I'm just gonna haul this in there by hand, and then I'll probably get it all set up and then take a couple videos and show you what I got out there. So I'm just dragging my bait in right now. Gotta make it all the way to the end down there where there's a big open area where I can lay my bait down. But right right now. I'm just walking through here. So, getting caught on every branch and tree. 2 feet of snow here. So, we'll see. Pretty good beaten path here. So, I'm just gonna follow this deer path until I get in there. Oh shit, better lock my Jeep. Come back and have no guns or anything in there. Ah, fuck. Should have bought some snowshoes for this deep ass snow. What do we got here? What the fuck is going on right there? Garbage bag. Well, snow's not that deep. I could definitely drive my truck across the field, but I'm not gonna risk it in that little Jeep. Just end up getting stuck. At least all my snares are already set out here. So when I get out here, all I gotta do is dump some bait and then reset my snares. So, but we'll see what we got going on in here. Anyway. So earlier in November, I had a fox come into my bait, but looks like the coyotes got him. So, cause he's in here, he's probably in here on the bait, and then the coyotes came in and got him, so that sucks. But well, so here she goes. I'm just walking around now, resetting all my snares that I turned off before I went for my surgery there. So, but I'm gonna go and get a whole bunch more because there is coyotes coming through here like crazy. So I'm gonna get set up here. So right now I'm walking back into where I just dropped off my bait. So I'm gonna set up a few more snares in there. I've run out of anchors for the trees, but I'm gonna reset all the ones that are already in there and then add a couple more. So, but there's lots of activity in here, so it was pretty dead when I left at the end of November there, but that cold snap has them moving a lot. They've picked every little bone out of here clean, and I just put a whole bunch of new bait in. So I'm just gonna walk in here and go set these ones. So I'm gonna reset these ones here, and then I'm gonna go set these ones up. So hopefully we have a couple of nice ones in here in a couple of days, but we'll see. So I'm in my second bait here. I'm just finished setting up all my snares, so I got quite a few in here, all the orange tape and the trees there. So I got them everywhere, and then I got probably 15 over there. So, and I got my bait out here in the wide open spot over in there. So I guess we'll come back in a couple of days and see what's in here. But hopefully we got something good. But we'll see. Looks like something is getting eaten right here. But yeah. that's it for this bait. I'm gonna go back to my other bait and pull out that deer and that horse and reset all those snares over there. So, see you in a bit. Just finished up my second bait, or third bait there. So on my way over to another area where I have a little weasel trap set, but I saw lots of coyote sign in there, so I'm gonna go set up a new bait station there. Just a little one, so we'll see what we get out of there. But I'm on my way there right now. Run in there, drop off some bait, throw up a couple snares, and then yeah, back to my original bait and finish setting that up, and then I'm done for the day. And I'll be back in a few days to check, so. But, all right. So right now, I'm just dragging this old turkey around these paths here. Just because I only got 5 snares left, so I kind of want the coyotes to try and follow my trail, kind of. So we'll see what we get here after dragging this through here. Run it through here. Get shit everywhere. I'll run it back down here. Perfect. Yeah. And that's about it. Drag it through here. There we go. Now, time to set the snares. So, I'm just finishing up here at the third bait. I got the turkey hanging. I got snares all throughout. Got a fresh little pile here, small pile. I ran out of snare supports, so I only got 5 in here, but this is a new spot anyway, so I don't know what's frequenting here, so. But we'll find out right away, I guess, in a few days. So that's all I got left there. I'm going to throw it out here just to lure them in a little bit more. But just finished up here at my other bait station that I just made, a new one. Got some shit hanging in the tree right there, bait right there. Snares all throughout. So, got nothing over here though, so I ran out of snare supports, but that's the way it goes. Gotta go get some more for next time I come out. So, I just got back to the Jeep after setting up my new bait station. So, it's in there. But I only had 5 snares, so I drug a turkey around in there, and hopefully a coyote or a couple coyotes just go in, follow around the drag system that I put in there and get caught up in a few of those snares. Other than that, I just got a small rib cage in there. So this is probably going to be my last couple weeks of trapping here. So we'll see. So right now I'm back on my way to the original bait that I started at the beginning of the season, where I caught 13 in the first week and then kind of slowed down after that, but that's okay because I had hand surgery, so. But I made a mistake today. I should have went in there earlier when it was nice and warm, because it's the furthest walk in and the deepest snowdrift. So now it's kind of cooled off in the afternoon. I gotta try and hike in there. So I think I'm gonna gear up with a little bit of heavier gear to get in there. I don't think I'm gonna set up any new snares. I'm just gonna reset the old snares and pull out the bait that's already buried under the snow. So, all right. We'll see. Well, I just pulled up to my other bait station there, so just warming up for a minute because I got quite the hike in there. This is my original bait where I catch most of my coyotes all the time, so looks pretty deep. I should have brought some snowshoes. It's definitely much colder now in the afternoon here, but I want to film, but I think I'm just gonna keep you in my pocket for now and then film afterwards on my way out after I set everything up and everything's done. I'm just gonna try and get in there, get everything set up, and then video the way it's set up, and then that'll be it for today. That's 5 bait stations, so we'll see what we got in a few days. So I'm in at my original bait right now. My trail camera over there is dead, so I haven't seen what's been going on here, but looks like they finished off that horse and they've been here lots. So, and I had a big buck laying right there, and he's not there, but I've been looking around and there it is right there. So he drug it over there and he's been eating on it. So it's got a pretty good path right here. So I'm gonna throw a snare up on this, snare over there, and then go reset all my snares all up in there, there. I got about 20 in here that I gotta reset, so yeah, I'm gonna get at it and then get out of here. Man, that's a nice buck. You can see where he's been eating here. Cutting through right there, in there. So I'm gonna set a few snares in there, see what I get. I'm gonna leave this here for now. So I just finished walking around my whole bait station here, and it doesn't look like the coyotes are using this side, and I got lots of snares in there, but I think I'm just gonna leave them off for now because it seems like they're only coming in from this side, and it might just be one that's frequenting here because he's got a pretty beaten path just going back and forth from this to the buck's head. So because the buck's head's right there and then the horse is right here, so he just seems to be making his way across over to the farm over there where I know there's a dead cow, so he's probably just eating on all three as he's making his way across the properties. So I'm just gonna get set up on these and reset these over here. So I'm all finished here at my original bait. I'm all set up. I'm gonna set this one last snare up, but I'm gonna take this head home and clean it up in the spring. But I don't want to leave it here because the coyote will probably take it away over to his den, because I know he's got a den over there and it's on another guy's property, so, and I don't know if I have permission over there, so I'm gonna grab this now before it disappears and then clean it up in the spring. Other than that, I'm finished up out here. So next time I'm out here will be to check all my snares and see what I got. But yeah. So I'm just finishing up out there at my original bait site. This is the last one for today. I'm all set up now. I'm reset at all my stations. I didn't set every snare I had because the coyotes weren't traveling through all the old spots, because I usually just set on sign, so there was no sign there. I just set on the fresh sign. But that took me 3 times longer than it normally would if I had my trail beat in, but basically had to beat a fresh path in today. So, but now I'm just on my way to this horse farm where I'm trapping badger. So I'm gonna go out there and check my traps, see what's going on there. But there's that big buck in the back there. Yeah, we'll see what we got here in a couple of days. I'm gonna take this buck skull home and throw it in the backyard until spring, then clean it up. It's a nice looking buck, so